Welcome back. Today we will learn about full wave rectifier. In a previous lecture, we already discussed about half wave rectifier and 5 types of converters. So we already started a rectifier chapter number 2. So in which the single phase having 2 types basically, half wave control rectifier and a full wave control rectifier. If the converter having a thyristor switch which having a gate pulses, then the converter is called as a controlled full control half control converter. And if the power semiconductor device is used as a converter in a converter as a diode, we can say it's uncontrolled rectifier. So now a full wave, the question may be asked in GTO exam, that is like explain the single phase full wave midpoint type rectifier or converter with resistive load, inductive load or capacitive any kind of load, right. So basically full wave having a 2 types, midpoint type and a bridge type. We will discuss what is bridge type later, but let's start. As I told you, rectifier convert AC to DC. So here is a AC supply, V or EM is equal to Vm sin omega t. There is some transformer, and after that 2 thyristor which is connected in such a manner the load simultaneously turn on and off. Here we consider now in a previous half wave there is only 2 mode operations. Now here we have actually a 4 mode of operation, but we consider one condition, that is mode 1 when T1 is on and second mode when T2 is on, right. Simultaneously when T1 is off, at that time T1 is on, and when the T2 is on, T1 is off, right. So both will give you a continuous control of across the resistive load. So you can see the A and B terminal, that is a terminal after the thyristors are connected. So one cycle that is from thyristor to load, another cycle from B point to load. So both are current which is enter from the load, which is from here to here, right. So which is from right side to left side. Okay, so condition 1, when T1 is on, what will happen? Voltage across particular, when T1 is on means T2 must be off. When T2 is off means what? There is no current will be flow from the T2 switch. So no current means voltage appear that will be higher. So when T1 is on, VT2 is higher. Second, when the T2 switch is on, what will happen? T1 is off. T1 off means there is no current from the T1. So voltage appear across VT1, that is highest. So when T2 is off, what will happen? When T2 is on, what will happen? VT1 is maximum. So this is a simultaneous process, means whatever the conditions which is apply T1, which is exactly reverse condition, that will be appear over here. So mode 1, T1 is on, T2 is off, T1 on, VT2 is higher, VT1 is less. Mode 2, T1 is off, T2 is on, T2 is on means VT1 is higher and VT2 is lower. Now as already discussed in a previous, the waveform is always indicate the tag. We can say if the first waveform is of voltage, you have to mention the voltage 0 and omega t means time period. So sinusoidal, that is fixed over here. Now half cycle, the current will be flow from the source to A point in T2 mode 2, or we can say another half cycle, the current will be flow from minus to B point, right. So when current that will be flow in 0 to A position, what will happen? T1 is try to conduct. When current during a half cycle flow from minus terminal to B point, the thyristor T2 that is in picture. Okay, so both cases my current that will be continuously flow from the resistance. That's why this converter is called as a full wave converter. Now both half and full wave are to be controlled, because both having a we require 2 gate pulses over here, both having a different time periods. In previous we are consider alpha is equal to 30 degree for particular. Here is the firing angle same, but time duration that will be different. So you can see alpha is equal to 30 degree. So what will happen? Second graph is indicate gate. So in a previous only half cycle is controlled. Here both cycle is controlled because both switch. So alpha is equal to 30 over here. Alpha is equal to 30 for T2 plus, but it is after pi 0, pi and 2 pi. So this this gate T2 G2 we can say G2 time period is pi plus alpha 2. Here is 0 plus alpha 1, right? So because we know these are the current cycle that will be flow from 0 pi to 2 pi, or we can say 0 180 to 360. Okay, so this if you mention the pulse generator in MATLAB function, if you want to mention, if you want to define your pulse generator block, and you have to give the firing angle alpha is equal to 30 for T2 cycle, you have to add 180 over here, right? So whatever the value of T2, that is 180 plus 30 degree. Okay, then you can get this waveform. We will see the MATLAB simulation and practicals. Now voltage across the load, as I told you that when T1 is on where alpha is equal to 30. So as here is a 0, now here is a 180, here is a 360. So 0, 180 between that, there is a 90. So what is a alpha is equal to 30 is over here. So before alpha is equal to 30, what will happen? There is no current that will flow from T1. Still I am appearing a voltage across that, right? So before 0 to 30, the voltage which is appear across that, across the load is 0, which is mentioned over here, right? 0 to 30 degree. After that, gate pulse is given to that, what is same AC supply is given to over here, right? And its end point is pi, means 180. After that, waveform 1 means during a half cycle there is no current that will flow from resistance to the thyristor, because thyristor characteristics is that it is always conduct in forward direction only, not reverse direction. So there is no current in reverse direction. So another half cycle is 0 for mode 1 for particular T1. Now after half cycle, what will happen? Current that will be reverse. So current will be flow from source to B point. So only this thyristor that is in picture, because this one is reverse bias. Okay, so there is only one option to flow the current from the load is to conduct the T2. So when T2 is in forward bias, what will happen? Current that will flow from B to T2 to the load, right? So half cycle that will be feed by T1, another half cycle feed by T2. Also the same gate pulse is alpha is equal to 30, but it is after 180. So 180 plus 30 and getting a waveform same shape as this. Similar waveform of load current, but magnitude is different. Now voltage across T1, what will happen in mode 1? Mode 1 T1 is on, T2 is off. So T2 across that, what will happen? When T2 is off means there is no current will be flow from that. So voltage which is appear across T2 is maximum, right? And what is about the VT1? When current is flowing 0 to 30, there is no current will be flow from this thyristor. So 0 to 30, it will be maximum. After that, what will happen? T1 is conduct, so voltage appear across that is minimum. Similarly, V2, alpha is equal to 180 plus 30. There is no current will be flow from 180 to, see over here, there is no current will be flow from 180 to 30 plus 30 degree. So T2 across that voltage is maximum, right? So these are the likewise. Now there is some change on average and RMS value we will discuss. In a previous, in half wave we consider 1 by 2 pi, where in a full wave we consider 1 by pi. Limit is same, alpha to pi, Vm sin omega t. Vm means Em sin omega t, right? Vs we can say. So we consider Em by pi common, integrate 0 to alpha sin omega t, that is minus of cos omega t, minus cos, that is with both pi and alpha. So cos pi is equal to 1. So minus cos alpha actually plus. So 1 plus cos alpha. These are the final equation that you have to keep in mind. Second is average load current. IDC is equal to only whatever the average voltage divided by R, that is our average load current. Now RMS value, what is the equation of RMS value? Whatever the value of average value, square on outside of bracket 1 by 2. So, you can see here is 1 by pi alpha to pi Em square sin square omega t and raised to 1 by 2. Now, Em square by pi is common, and if Em square is outside of the main equations, then it is Em square raised to 1 by 2. So, Em only, right. So, sin means 1 minus cos omega t by omega, that is a sin square omega t, right. So, 1 minus cos omega t by omega, we all further step that will be, if you want to refer, then you refer my previous video. So, 1 minus cos 2 omega t divided by 2, right, which is with alpha to pi, right. So, 1 with respect to alpha and pi. So, it is pi minus alpha divided by 2 pi, and only the sin cos which is integrate, that is sin 2 omega t by 4 pi, right. So, now first equation is sin square is 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2, which is integrate with that 0 to pi limit, it become this. So, these are the final equations of RMS value of the load voltage in case of full wave converter. Now, as I told you, there is a two types of loads, three types of load, resistive load and inductive load, or combinations of R, L and C. So, here we are before we are consider only resistive load, now there is a inductive load. So, on the same waveform, but difference is that whatever the 0 point, due to the inductive effect, some of the energy which is stored in that and which is released during a negative cycle. So, if in case of resistive my current is 0 over here, in case of inductive there is, it takes some little bit time over here, see, it takes some little bit time to turn on the turn off the switch, right, due to some charge on inductor, charging current, not charge on inductor. Inductor is a storing element, right, current storing element, right. So, there is no 0 current after this, due to the inductive effect there is some negative spike that will be obtained over here. So, what is the effect of this negative spike? Alpha, your limit that will be changed now, it is changed from 0 to pi plus alpha, not only alpha. In previous, our limit is alpha to pi, in this case our limit is 0 to pi plus alpha, right. Equations are same, sin omega t. Now, the final equation Em by pi cos alpha plus cos alpha, right. So, 2 Em by omega t. Similar that another questions of the full bridge inverter rectifier is that these are the another technique. First is a midpoint type, in which see over here my load is between 2 thyristor. Now, in bridge type there are 4 thyristor which is anti-parallel connected to that. So, in mode 1, so at a time 2 cross thyristor are to be conduct simultaneously. See the direction of current over here. Supply voltage T1 is conduct from load and negative cycle T2 is conduct. So, T1 load, negative side T. So, we can say cross switch are turn on mode 1. Second mode, what will happen? My current is reverse, right. So, there is no current will be flow from T1 directly my positive which is given to T3. So, current that will be flow from T3 resistive load and T4, because positive that will be connected with T4 terminal. So, you can see negative mathi current jai chhe T3 resistive load and T4, and then after positive. Now, in case of bridge, 2 switches means there is a overlapping of the waveform, right, which is exactly in reverse bias, means 2 switches are on, at the same time 2 switches are off. Similar to that, when this cross 2 switch are on, at that time this cross 2 switch are off. So, T1, T2 on, T3, T4 off. So, that is the reason why first waveform, that is a sinusoidal of T1, T2, same negative phase that will be generated on negative cycle that is for T3 and T4. Now 4 switch means how much gate pulses? 4 gate pulses. So you can see over here, it's not cycle 0 to 2 pi, its cycle is 0 to 4 pi. So what will happen for alpha is equal to 30? You have to count, right? If my 30 degrees over here, alpha is equal to 30 degrees over here, means for the switch 2, what will happen? Alpha plus pi plus alpha. Second is 2 pi plus alpha. Third is 3 pi plus alpha. Alpha may be 30, 60, whatever, but it is after the interval. Same waveform that will be generated. There is some delay over here. If this is a resistive load, that's why there is current is 0. If inductive load, that what will happen? There is some negative spike. So these are the waveform of voltage and current, and across that, when T1, V1 and V2 is on, what will happen? So you can see in this interval of time, my switch is on, V1 and V2. So voltage appear across 0. V3 and V4 off, but in reverse direction. That's why my waveform is in negative directions. Similar that for the full wave, what will happen? What is the average equation? 1 by pi alpha to pi Em sin omega t. So EDC is equal to Em by pi 1 plus cos alpha, right? If we are consider the RL load, then the mode of operation is same, only the change in over here, right? 4 gate pulses, and as I told you, resistive load, then this portion is 0. But in case of inductive load, what will happen? There is some negative spike. Voltage across that is similar to that, only the thing is changed, that is a points, right? So okay, so these are the mode of operations of full wave converter with average and RMS value. Thank you.